What time is it?
It's Sports Central time. Karibu sana. Thank you so much for choosing us for your entertainment this evening. I want you to just sit back, itam super, ita neighbor, kilamse. Let's all sit back and enjoy some great sporting action. We're your hosts, Mike Mondo.
And I'm Wanjira Longhour. Now, first up, we got to hang out with the iconic Humphrey Kayange as he let us know his experience when he went ahead and played for Kenya Sevens and how he wants to pass this message along to future rugby players.
And also, if you love some beautiful ladies driving big cars, well, how about you stay right here because we got to kick it with the Pink Horns and of course find out about the old ladies team that is preparing for this year's edition of the Rhino Charge.
Ooh, that car is too fresh, but more on that in just a bit. What we did do is we went over to Ngondo so that we could find out what Nisa was up to as they gear up for the SportPesa Super 8 Premier League. Check this out.
Well, before we get on to all of that, let's take a look at what's coming up first. We catch up on Safari Rally action from the weekend as a host of rally drivers, local as well as international, look to challenge the long and extremely challenging route. This edition of the Safari Rally marked an incredible milestone with the introduction of tracking and monitoring system in the competition.
So we've delivered timing solutions. We've worked with Tag Heuer on the clocks and then got our own systems and processes and software around that to deliver service, which I think everyone has seen, getting almost instant timing updates from every rally and leaderboard updates and also tracking. So we've been able to track where the cars are.
It was very nice to see them every single start. You had a nice watches and the system is working. So yeah, I'm very proud of that.
And when the dust settled, the Flying Finn emerged the winner, inching the six-time former Kenyan champion Duncan by 22 seconds to lay his hands on his maiden Safari Rally title that had eluded him over the past 3 editions.
It was a hard weekend. We had a bit of a hiccups today. I got lost in one of these stages. I made a wrong turning. We lost about 3 minutes on that. So after that we had a huge recovery. But eventually, yeah, we managed to do it. So very, very happy about it.
In the two-wheel category, it was the SportPesa Rally team that reigned supreme and Leo Varisi, navigated by Kigo Karidi, winning the class.
We managed to win the Safari, at least once.
We have actually tried to win this Safari Rally two-wheel drive class for the last 10 years. This is the first time we have done it, so we are very happy.
On to some golf now, and the inaugural KCB Karen Masters is our destination as Karen Country Club celebrated 80 years of existence with the inaugural Karen Masters Golf Tournament. Coming a week before the Kenya Open tournament, it was a great opportunity for our local as well as European Tour pros to finalize on their preparations. It was an all-Dutch affair as Will Besseling played a total 12 under par, outplaying his countryman Rainer Saxton, who scored 10 under par to bag the inaugural Karen Masters trophy.
I was playing well, but I haven't played tournament golf for a while, so it's good to have this Karen Masters to start the season just before the Kenya Open.
I was doing very well actually. I was in the lead for the last 6 holes, but he made some really nice putts and I made one mistake. Thought there was more wind and I hit it over the green. So then he made birdie and I made a bogey. So, but then I think he played better at the end, so he deserved it, you know.
Kenya's Greg Snow finished 4th after rounding up a total score of 7 under par, a great round of golf as he sets his target towards the Kenya Open.
If we have more tournaments like this coming into the Kenya Open, I think that I don't know why there's no reason for us not to compete with these Europeans.
Focus now shifts to Muthaiga Golf Club for the Kenya Open as our local pros look to capture the very elusive trophy. For those who do not know about the Rhino Charge, well, it's an annual event that is held in some of the most difficult terrain, and of course you get to enjoy some big machines and some great atmosphere.
It most certainly isn't for the faint of heart, especially when you take into consideration that this is uncharted territory. Well, I got to hang out with the Pink Horns and find out all the arduous tasks that they have ahead of them as they raise money for the charitable trust Rhino Arc. Have a look at this.
Hi, I'm Glenna, driver of this car.
Hi, I'm Nilly. I'm one of the long runners.
Hi, I'm Nimi. I'm the navigator.
I'm Glyza, I'm the bumper.
Emmy, runner.
Fatima, long runner.
We're the Pink Horns!
So we decided to participate because there's not enough women's teams at Rhino Charge. There are a few, but not enough in numbers. If the men can do it, why can't the women do it? So we thought we'd give it a shot.
And it's for a good cause.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The reason behind the name Pink Horns is because we basically are trying to save the rhino horn and the elephant tusks.
This has been built by Hans Kenya.
Yeah.
It used to be actually a running car. It's a short wheelbase Land Rover 110.
110.
With an engine of a...
We actually used to go with it on safaris. And we decided to make it look like this.
I'm Wanjira Longhour, and today I'm hanging out with the Pink Horns, who are definitely gonna kick some butt when it comes to this Rhino Charge. So are you ready? Keep it Sports Central! So it looks like a beautiful day in Lukenya, but it's actually really, really hectic. Look at what these ladies have to go through. This is the kind of training that they're enduring to ensure that they're going to be able to drive for about 12 hours on the actual Rhino Charge day. So just keep watching. I'm really hoping they can get themselves out of this rocky situation.
You have to use a bit of force. Excellent. Now straight to me. Then stop. Now straight to me. No. Straight.
That's the beauty of this whole journey. It's amazing to see them stuck between a rock and a hard place and manage to pull themselves out. There's more where this came from, so keep it locked.
It is an adrenaline rush once you're in the car, and you also have to obviously trust your team. So it's a team effort, but being a driver and being with my navigator, it does get heart-wrenching, especially when you're up on a cliff like this, because you don't know whether the car is going to topple over, the left, right, or backwards.
To be the navigator, it's crazy. I mean, the driver's trying to do something, you're telling her. The driver's also trying to listen to the person in front of you. So as a navigator, you're trying to explain to the driver, yes, listen to the girl in front of you, but don't forget, we feel the car. We know what the car can do, what the car cannot do.
Right now, the ladies are trying to change a tire, if possible, in 13 minutes or less. They are, however, at a crossroads because they're looking for something that they're missing. Let's see what they're going to do. It's a lot of improvisation on the job. I'm even feeling like I am part of the pink horns right now, as a runner, of course. Basically, the point of a runner is to make sure that the driver is able to get across the terrain.
There's a serious trench here. You need to go towards... Yeah, we can do it. But then just watch the bush.
So as the runner, you have to make sure that you're aware of the terrain, you know, what the car is about to experience. We're stepping over a whole lot of things. Rocks, lots and lots of animal poop, and all kinds of other goodies, if you will. But we're having a grand old time, and I must say, this is a pretty excellent way to keep fit.
It is challenging because you are trying to avoid getting hit and pricked and scratched and bruised and everything. But then again, you were trying to be strong and just, you know, take one for the team and get through.
What an incline. This is our last bit today, but it's a good bit, probably the best part. You're gonna see how people are using nature to help harness themselves up such steep inclines. Rhino Charge is truly no joke. Right now we have a team that's in action right now. Maybe you could take a look at that right there.
We have to winch the car, otherwise if we don't, it wouldn't be able to continue on. So you winch it to a tree and that way it gives us leverage to climb up.
So Glenna's just positioned the car for me because I want to know what it feels like to be team captain of Pink Horns and the driver. So give me a minute, I'm about to gear this baby up. There is no doubt in my mind that these ladies are going to kill it when it comes to the actual day of Rhino Charge. Regardless of the fact that we're all completely covered in soot, they are powering on with all the drive in the world. No pun intended, but do you see what I did there? Keep it locked because there's more good stuff coming up. You know what to do. Keep it Sports Central.
I'm looking at that clip, Wanjira, I'm thinking you must have had an amazing time.
I thought of you the whole time and how you would have really loved what we did. But don't worry, Mike, we're actually going to be following up with the Pink Horns and finding out, you know, what they're up to as they gear up and get ready for the Rhino Charge.
All right, cool.
It's going to be really, really dope. And it's also going to be very, very dope that we got to hang out with the former Kenya Sevens captain, Humphrey Kayange. So don't you even think about going anywhere, honey. Well, it's Thursday, so you should know where you are by now. Welcome back to Sports Central. Of course, you're watching the show that guarantees you your weekly fix in sports action.
When it comes to rugby sevens, very few people across the globe can compare to Humphrey Kayange. And although he's no longer part of the national seven side, he has been an integral part of Mwamba RFC's Kenya Cup season.
This is why, of course, we had to head on over to Kulabu so we could find out what Humphrey, or Tall as he's popularly known by his mates, was up to. Watch this.
The long feed wide. This is the galloping captain, Humphrey Kayange. Humphrey Kayange.
Kayange does. It's going to be Humphrey Kayange.
My name is Humphrey Kayange. I'm a Mwamba Rugby Football Club player. Have played for the Kenya National Sevens team as well. I think the experience is the biggest thing you give back in terms of just having played in a few on the international scene, and having all that in you. I mean, just coming back home at Mwamba, just giving back and making sure the players are, in terms of their mental and their physical attitude, is up to point. Of course, you want them, the players that are coming up and developing players, so you want to put them at a very high standard, so that as they grow and develop, they become very good players. This has been home for me. I've been here for the last 13 years, and I've seen the club go on and win titles. We've had some very disappointing seasons as well, but for me, that's what makes this club really special. I think sponsorship coming into sport is really a great thing. I think it's been a long time since we saw the corporates coming out and supporting as a sporting fraternity. We, as sports clubs, especially amateur clubs, you need the funding to come through. The spotlight is now on Kenya and the young players to go out there and know that all they need to do to go out, enjoy the game, put in the hard work, put in the commitment, and rugby does, take you to places, make you travel the world. The next few years will be interesting because now we look at the younger players just stepping up on the platform and playing sevens. So looking forward to that time as well. Hi, my name is Humphrey Kayange, Mwamba Rugby RFC player. Keep it rugby and keep it sports central.
Well, some really great stuff there. And by the way, for those who do not know, Humphrey Kayange has been named in the provisional squad in Kenya 15s.
Really great stuff, and we're definitely going to be watching that space. Right now, though, it's time for some much-needed football news, especially since we have our eyes on the newly promoted Nisa FC. What to a Nisa? Mpo?
Kwa majina ni coach Fredrick Otieno, head coach Nisa Football Club. La season ilikuwa poa, tulipoanza ligi hatukuwa na jua kama tutashinda, lakini preparation tulifanya ilikuwa ya maana sana. So pia na Mungu akatujalisha tukaweza kuwa washindi.
Naitwa Isaac Kombogo na mimi ndio team captain wa Nisa FC. Hatuko tuna expect tutafika hapo penye tulifika. Kitu kilitusaidia ni tulikuwa tuna concentrate na each game. Tukimaliza game ya weekend tunasema hiyo ni past. Game yenyewe inakuja mbele ndio tuna focus.
Season ikianza, kitu ya kwanza tulisema the first 5 games lazima tupate result. Tuna believe games za kwanza ndio determine venye season ya club itakuwa. So tulikaa chini wachezaji na tukaongea na tukasema the first 5 games ni lazima tupate ushindi.
siwezi judge na game ya kwanza hata kama tulishinda 6-1, but with the same mentality that we had last season, the same mentality tutaikari kwa hii season.
Kweli season bado ni refu, tumecheza tu game moja kwa kati ya game 30, kwa hivyo bado game 29. So sisi tunatake kila game at a time. Aliye ametoka deep, naona bado MYSA anachukua ball, ana turn, anaangalia, ana divert, anaangalia nyuma, ana turn, anaangalia, ana spread ball huko wide. Na kuna mtu amerun, anaingia kwa target. Tumekuwa na challenges 2-3, especially kujaribu pia kurecruit ma player, the same time kujaribu ku maintain ile bulk kubwa ile tusaidie kupata ushindi. So imekuwa challenge pia, na watu wakijua tumeshinda, wengine wadhani pengine labda sasa club iko stable na malipo. So hizo ndio challenge tumekuwa nazo, lakini so far tumekuwa sawa. Tumerecruit vijana wadogo kiasi, tumepromote wengine kutoka academy yetu, so tuna believe tuko ready kwa season.
Team sahi kusema kweli watu wame hype up. Kila mtu ako na ile kujiamini, confidence imeingia, tunaweza. So tunangoja game vile zinafuatana, tukiendelea kupata hii result, ujue itakuwa tu hivyo. Tunaweza enda hivyo na tubebe. East walisema Dagoretti, side ya West hakuna ball. Na yangu tu ni kuambia tukikutana hapo kwa kiwanja ndo watajua, wenyewe ndo watajaji kama kuna ball ama hakuna ball.
Sisi kama tunataka kuonesha pia Kenya na nchi mzima kuna talent hapa Dagoretti.
I'm seriously loving the football that's coming out of the West Side. Mike said we don't have to wrap up the show, so it's fine.
Wanji, Mimi nilisema we don't have to wrap up the show. Are you serious?
I'm sorry, maybe I'm corny, but those memes are hilarious.
They're dope. I absolutely love them. Whoever started it, by the way, big up to you.
Yo, bless. All right, Ayavasi, it's time for us to actually wrap up the show. But before we do, we need to show love on social media. So let's start.
We're going to start off with Bahati Toya. I can see you were eagerly awaiting today's episode. Thank you so much, Baba, for tuning in. I love Kumbuka. If there's anything you'd love to see added on the show, Pia, you let us know.
That's right. And intellectual savior, dope handle, if I may say so myself. You say it's all about sports here on Sports Central. That's the ticket. So you know what to do. Keep it locked.
Yebo. And of course, before we wrap things up, we have to leave you with our internet find of the week. But until next time, keep it Sports Central.